A fountain of creativity, a new exhibition is now open at the Oregon Historical Society right here in Portland. And it honors the legacy and influence the late Arlene Schnitzer had on the history and culture of Portland. And it's only fitting that her son, collector and philanthropist Jordan Schnitzer, and Oregon Historical Society Executive Director Kerry Tymchuk give us a tour today. Thank you so much for having me out.
We're delighted that you're here.
Yes, it's so beautiful right when I walk in just to see all the different pieces, and I know that this is near and dear to your heart. I'm curious, how did this exhibition come about?
Well, I've known Kerry for a long time and been a big supporter of the Historical Society since I was in high school. And so we kicked around this idea about a year and a half ago, to help people understand the artists of this community in the last century. Because people are aware of the current artists, but you know, any field, the current artists build upon the legacy of those who came before them. And we thought, being a historical society, we would show the art, but also tie in the history of Portland and the history of these artists.
Yes, so beautiful. I understand when you were 14, this is where you bought your first piece of art.
I started getting art as presents, but when I was 14, I saw a small work by Louis Bunce, who was a major art cultural leader in this community for decades. And I bought it. It was $75, but with the family discount, it was $60, and I paid $5 a month. As I've suggested, if I missed a payment out of my allowance, my mother knew where to foreclose since my bedroom was next to theirs.
Yeah, they know where to find you. Do you remember the first time you saw that piece of art and you thought, I have to have it?
I had to, and I have it right now on the fireplace in my bedroom, so I see it every day. I say, hello, Louis, how are you?
There's just something about when you see something and it strikes you, that's the joy of art.
That is the joy of art. So many people think, oh, I'm so intimidated, I can't be a appreciator of the arts, and that's so foolish. Anyone can. You don't need to know anything about an artist. If someone says, well, how do I get into art? I would say, go to galleries. They're free. Ask a question. Well, who is this artist? Why did you pick them? What are they doing? Go to the Portland Art Museum. Go to Saturday Market. And I guarantee you, if you spend some time around art, something will speak to you. Whether it's $5 at a Saturday Market or $0 or $2 after that. Get some art around you. It becomes part of your life. It wakes up with you, goes to bed with you. It also brings you joy and takes you away from your problems sometimes to let you be refreshed when you go back to the issues of the day that we all have.
So well said. Art doesn't need to be intimidating. We just like what we like, and just standing here, I'm very inspired. I know you are too, Kerry. So how did this all come together?
Well, as Jordan said, he approached me about a year and a half ago. And one talent I have is I know good ideas when I hear one. And when Jordan said, let's do a tribute to Oregon artists, Pacific Northwest artists, how one-of-a-kind Arlene Schnitzer influenced the whole art community here in Portland, I was on board from the get-go.
I understand this particular exhibit will be in 2 parts.
2 parts, so big it's going to be in 2 parts. So this initial exhibit kind of begins in the early part of the 20th century and up to the 1960-ish or so when Arlene opened her gallery. Many of the artists in here were exhibited by Arlene, knew Jordan, and then we'll pick it up this fall in the gallery next door with an exhibit taking it up to the Fountain Gallery years, 1961 through 1986. The influence that some of these artists had on them, the influence that Arlene had on them, artists from Oregon, from the Pacific Northwest. It's really a one-of-a-kind exhibit. And what's so great is that this guy here is, hailed as one of the leading art collectors in America now.
Yes.
But he's not a collector, he's a sharer. He's sharing this with us, and he has exhibits across the country in California, New York, Washington State, you name it, there's a Schnitzer exhibit going on there. But he's an Oregon boy, and it's fitting that we're here in Portland with this wonderful exhibit.
What's your hope as people, come and tour and just enjoy their time here? What's the takeaway? What do you hope people take home with them?
Takeaway 1, an appreciation of art, as Jordan said, but also an appreciation of history. We're a history museum, after all, and the exhibit also tells the story of the different times in Oregon. There's WPA artists who were founded, who worked during the Depression. And then you see the growth to modern art. It just what's going on in Oregon at that time. Also the beautiful Oregon landscape. A lot of these artists specialized in the landscape, and why not here in Oregon, the ocean, the mountains, and you'll see that here as well.
I love it. Now, if we live in Multnomah County, we can get in for, what's our price?
Free is a very good price, as the late, great Tom Peterson once said. This is total because of a generous levy that Multnomah County voters have passed 3 times. All Multnomah County residents have free admission.
Something else to add, and that is what an amazing institution the Oregon Historical Society is, and this incredible leader that we're so lucky to have. And for many people, they don't know that it's here. And as Kerry has said, it's free to Multnomah County and a bargain for others. There are lots of other exhibits here too. There's a Collins exhibition of the most amazing miniatures that every kid from 2 to 102 would love to see, but especially about the arts. People don't know the influence these cultural leaders had of helping build the art culture in this community that we're the benefit of today. So thank you, Historical Society, for putting on this exhibition.
Thank you, Betty.
Yes, thank you both, and everyone at home, plan your visit to the Oregon Historical Society at ohs.org and take a walk through Portland's history through art so beautifully preserved by the Schnitzer family. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.